My beloved child, listen closely, for today I will reveal to you a profound secret about your life and understanding of the sacred purpose I ordained for you long before you were born. A day is coming, a day that will change your life forever, a day that will transform the way you see the world. Today is not a random moment, but a divinely appointed time in my grand design. A moment when your eyes will be open to things you have never seen, and your soul will comprehend truths you have never fully grasped. Know this, these changes will not arrive with sudden force, but through the natural unfolding of understanding and light. You will no longer see the world through your old worn lenses, but through a new light, through the truth I will reveal to you. This transformation is not merely external, but a deep inner renewal within your soul, a shift in the way you perceive the world and in how you feel my presence in your life. To see the world as I see it, you must allow my light to drive out the shadows you have lived with for so many years. You have dwelled in the darkness of limited understanding, walked in uncertainty, seeing only scattered fragments of the truth I have laid before you. Your emotions, your dreams, your thoughts have been veiled, hidden behind thick curtains of sin, pain, and fear. But today, I say to you, that veil is being lifted. You will no longer be limited by human vision, for I am giving you my perspective. Where there was confusion, light will shine. Where there was darkness, clarity will break through. Where you once stumbled, now you will walk firmly, for I am illuminating the path before you. This is not merely a physical transformation, but a profound renewal within, changing how you understand yourself and the world around you. Do not fear what is coming, for I am with you. The shift in your vision is not to bring dread, but to draw you closer to me. I will open your spiritual eyes, and you will see my hand at work in ways you never noticed before. The scales that once clouded your understanding are falling away. You will discern my will clearly, and the things that once distracted you will fade in the light of my glory. All confusion will give way to clarity, and the things you once could not comprehend, I will now make known to you. The era of lukewarm faith is ending. I am awakening you from slumber. The illusions that deceived you will be shattered, and you will see truth as I see it. You will no longer call evil good and good evil, for my spirit will testify within your heart. The false light of the world will no longer deceive you, for I give you the true light that flows from my very presence. You will no longer be bound by negative thoughts, false beliefs, or distorted ideas about who you are. The day of revelation is near. I have seen my children wander, searching for truth in broken cisterns that cannot hold water. I have seen the hunger within you, the longing for something greater, more real, more eternal. Now I say to you, come to me, and I will satisfy your soul. Drink deeply from the well of my spirit, and you will never thirst again. This is the call, the invitation for you to draw nearer to Meso, that this transformation may be complete and glorious in every way. You have searched for answers in places that could never provide them to you, but I am the source of all wisdom. The understanding you seek is not found in human reasoning, but in my presence. Draw near to me, and I will reveal my ways to you. I will inscribe my truth upon your heart, and you will walk in a wisdom that surpasses the knowledge of this world. The transformation of your vision will not only change the way you see me, but it will also change the way you see yourself. You once measured your worth by the standards of the world, by the opinions of others, and by the weight of your past. But now I say to you, look again. Look through my eyes. You are not what the world has said about you. You are not defined by your failures, your fears, or your shortcomings. You are my beloved. You are the one I have chosen. Do not forget that you are my masterpiece, created in my image, for my glory. As your vision is transformed, so too will your purpose be revealed. You have walked in uncertainty, questioning your calling, wondering if you have been forgotten. But now I tell you, I have never forgotten you. I have never overlooked you. Every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice known of it has been in vain. I have seen, I have heard, and I have been working in the unseen to prepare you for this moment. The season of preparation is drawing to a close. The doors that once seemed firmly shut will open. The battles that felt never-ending will come to a close. The burdens you have carried will be lifted. For I am doing a new thing, and I am calling you to step into it. My beloved child, do you know that your life is not an accident or a series of random events? Every day, every step you take is woven into a grand design that I have prepared long ago, since before you were in your mother's womb. You were born to carry a divine purpose, to fulfill a mission that only you can accomplish, and to reflect my glory into this world. Today, I invite you to realize that you are not an insignificant individual, but a vital part of a greater plan that I set in motion before the foundation of the world. What you are going through today is not by chance. Every challenge, every storm, every hardship you face has a reason, and all of them are part of the fulfillment of the purpose I have for you. Never believe that this life is just a series of coincidences. Every step you take, whether great or small, carries deep meaning within. My plan, every act you carry out has the potential to bring transformation within yourself and to the world around you. Remember, I have called you before you were born, and every day you live on this earth is part of my sacred calling upon your life. Your purpose is not to live for yourself, but to live for my glory, to reflect my light into every corner of this world. I have called you to be an instrument in my hand, to make my presence known through your life. The enemy will always try to make you doubt your calling. He will want you to believe that your purpose is insignificant, that you have nothing special to offer. He will plant insecurity in your heart, making you feel inadequate or unworthy to fulfill the plan I have for you. But my beloved, do not let those thoughts control you. Remember, the calling I have placed on your life is eternal, and no one else can take your place in my design. You have been called to a mission that only you can complete. The trials you face, the pain you endure, they are all part of the journey I have prepared for you. Trust in my plan. Even when you cannot see everything clearly right now, know that every step you take in faith is drawing you closer to the purpose I have destined for you. Each day, even through difficulty, keep walking forward, for I will never let you walk alone. I am the one who will lead you, who will open doors you cannot yet see, who will make the path clear before you, and who will reveal truths you do not yet understand. Believe that every challenge, every hardship you face is not a punishment, but a divine opportunity to grow in faith and to recognize my greatness in your life. Each trial is a step closer to completeness, and in every moment of weakness, it is then that I will be your strength. You will come to see that in the steadfastness of your faith, you will uncover newness, creativity, and divine guidance that I have already prepared for you. My child, the enemy wants you to abandon your sacred purpose. But my beloved, remember this: I have called you, and I will equip you with everything you need to fulfill the work I have entrusted to you. What you are facing today is only temporary, Every trial will pass, but my plan for you will remain forever. I am steadfast and faithful, and when you place your trust in my calling, I will complete every good work I have begun in your life. You are not walking this path alone. I will always be with you, guiding you through every trial, revealing my greatness in every moment, in every step. Remember, you were born to do wonderful things in me, to fulfill the divine calling I placed in your heart even before you were born. Prepare your heart to understand that the transformation I am bringing about in your life is not something fleeting, but a deep and eternal change. At times, you may feel lost, unsure of where to go or what to do. You may feel pain, unable to comprehend why things are happening the way they are. But today, I want you to know that this transformation is an essential part of the great plan I have ordained from the beginning. Transformation in me is not something that happens in an instant. It is a process. In the midst of hardship, you may feel as though you're being pushed out of your comfort zone. But my child, know this: these challenges are part of your preparation. Every trial, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for you to grow in faith and in your understanding of me. My dear child, remember this: you may not understand why everything is happening in your life right now, but I want you to trust that every challenge, every pain, is leading you toward growth. This transformation will not only change who you are, but it will also change the way you see the world, the way you see others around you, and the way you understand my presence in your life. When you begin to see the world through my light, you will recognize that everything has a purpose. Even in the midst of great trials, you will come to know that I am still at work, preparing you for something wonderful that you cannot yet see. Beloved one, never forget that this transformation is part of my greater purpose. The changes you are going through are not random. They are preparation for a mission that only you can fulfill. This transformation is not merely an inner change. It is a change in how you live, in how you reflect my glory into this world. Know this: your life is not a series of meaningless events, but a part of the grand plan I have prepared for you even before you were born. My calling for you is not a random invitation, but a profound one, sacred and eternal. I have called you to a life of purpose, not simply to exist, but to live for the greater things I have already destined for you. My calling for you is a calling to walk in my presence, to live not for yourself, but for my glory. Understanding this calling may not come instantly. It is not always clear from the beginning, but I invite you to be patient, to keep your heart open, and to embrace it fully. Every step you take in faith, every act of obedience, is part of the perfect work I am completing in you. I know the challenges you will face, but I also know that in each of those challenges, you will witness my strength and my greatness. My calling is not a promise of ease. It is not a path without difficulty, but it is the path of holiness, of maturity, and of service. When you accept this calling, you will not only find peace, you will step into a sacred mission that only you can fulfill. Remember this: every person receives a unique calling from me. No two callings are the same, for I have created each person with a distinct purpose and set of gifts. Your calling may not resemble that of others, and you do not need to compare yourself to those around you. Your calling is unique, and it will lead you to the purpose I have set aside for you, not the goals of the world, but the goal of eternal glory. The enemy will always try to make you doubt your calling. He will plant insecurity in your heart, make you question your abilities, and whisper that you are unworthy of such a divine invitation. But my dear child, do not let these thoughts take root. You were born to do great things within my plan, and my glory will be revealed through your life. When you place your trust in my calling, nothing can stand in your way. My calling is not merely an invitation to a task or a mission, it is an invitation into a deep relationship with me. When you live according to this calling, you are not just carrying out assignments, you are walking closely with me, sharing your heart with me, and living out the plans I have designed for you. Your obedience is not just a duty, it is an act of love and a full trust in my guidance. The enemy will try to distract you from this calling, and he will always seek ways to throw you off course. But my beloved, do not let the things around you cause you to doubt. Stand firm in your faith, for my calling is truth and life. When you obey and walk in faith, you will see that every trial, every difficulty, is an opportunity for you to draw closer to the perfection of the purpose I have prepared for you. You do not need to worry about what lies ahead, for I am the one who knows all things beforehand. Every step you take is held in my hand, and I will lead you to the destination I have already set. You will come to understand that my calling is not merely a journey to be traveled, but a relationship to be lived, a deep and lasting relationship that will bring glory to you and to this world. Continue to trust in my calling, for in it you will see that I never abandon you. Each day you live within my calling, you will uncover divine purposes and the greatness I have set apart for you. When you come to understand that your life is not a random sequence of events but part of the grand design of the Almighty, then my calling will no longer feel like a dry command, but a loving invitation, an invitation to enter into a deep transformation of the soul. Do not think that my calling is simply about work or service. Truly, this calling is an invitation into intimate relationship with me, so that you may be transformed from the inside out. The calling I have placed upon you is not just about a job or a specific mission. This calling is about transformation. It is about leaving behind your old self and walking into a new life, a life shaped by my presence. I know that in times of trial you may feel weary and discouraged, but I want you to remember that it is in your steadfast faith and obedience that you will experience the profound transformation I am working in you. My child, transformation is not something that happens overnight. It is a journey. This transformation requires patience, a willingness to let go of what is old, and an openness to receive what is new from me. At times, you may feel like change is impossible, as if you are standing still and not moving forward. But I want you to know that every step you take, no matter how small or uncertain, is bringing you closer to the image I created you to reflect. The enemy will try to make you doubt this transformation. He will make you feel as though you are not strong enough to change, or that the changes I am making in you are insignificant. But my beloved, do not let these thoughts control you. Remember, this transformation is a sacred process, and even when you feel tired or disheartened, it is in those very moments that I will move most powerfully in your life. Your obedience will not only change you, but will open up for you a new life, a life filled with peace and joy that cannot be found in this world. My beloved, with every step of faith, every act of obedience, you are entering into a journey of transformation that can only be fulfilled when you place your full trust in me. Transformation is not something you can achieve alone. It is a partnership between you and my Holy Spirit. He will lead you, equip you with what you need to overcome every trial, and help you see the divine purposes in every situation you face. Do not be afraid, my beloved child, for when you respond to my call, I will always go before you, leading you through every trial. As you walk in obedience, you will see that even the most difficult challenges will become opportunities for growth. Every hardship you encounter will become a moment to reveal my glory in your life. These challenges are not signs of failure, but opportunities for you to demonstrate perseverance and faith. And through them, you will witness transformation and spiritual maturity within yourself. Today, I am calling you not merely to change outward habits, but to allow the very core of your heart to be transformed. My call is not solely for you to accomplish great deeds, but to become the person I have destined you to be, someone who lives entirely in my love and obedience. As you walk in the understanding of this calling, you will realize that it is my love that teaches you all things. It is my love that transforms you from someone walking alone into a co-laborer with me in my divine work. This call will also lead you into restoration and renewal. Every step of obedience is a step closer to the wholeness I have prepared for you. Believe that. Even in moments when change feels impossible, or when it seems like you're moving backward, it is in your perseverance and faithfulness that I am performing a miraculous transformation within you. My dear child, accept this call, for it leads you into a new life, a life led by my guidance, a life that reflects my glory and love. As you walk in obedience and trust in my calling, you will discover that everything in this world can be transformed, and you, through this spiritual transformation, will become a part of the great work I am doing in the world. Listen carefully, my child, for I want you to understand that the transformation I am working in your life is not a quick change, but a deep and sacred process, ordained in my perfect timing. At times on this journey, it may feel like you're walking a long and difficult path, but I want you to remember that every step you take, no matter how small or unclear, has purpose. Every moment of this process is preparing you to step into the fullness I have already set aside for you. Never forget that the change I bring is not merely an external shift in appearance or behavior, but a profound renewal within your soul. The scars of the past, the wounds you carry, the emotional burdens, they all need time to be healed and restored. You cannot rush this healing, but I am calling you to be patient and to trust in the way I am working in your life. Every stumble, every moment you feel you cannot go on, it is precisely in those moments that I am working deeply within you, preparing you for elevation in faith. This transformation is not easy. I do not call you into a life without challenges, but into a life where your active participation is part of the process. In the midst of trials, I want you to learn to trust me completely. Do not worry when you feel you are not progressing, for these are the moments when I am teaching you the most important lessons of faith, of patience, and of surrender. What you learn in times of testing will become the firm foundation of your growth in me. Remember this, I am never in a hurry with my work. Every transformation in your life unfolds according to my perfect timing. You cannot force change to happen, but when you learn to trust in my timing, you will begin to see that everything arrives exactly when it should. You will not feel lost or directionless, because I will guide you through every difficult season and every trial you encounter. With every step you take, even when the road is hard, I will be by your side. It is my presence that will strengthen you and carry you through. Transformation is a journey, not an instant event. You will not immediately become the person I have destined you to be, but each day, every step you take in faith brings you closer to the fulfillment I have already prepared for you. Do not be anxious or disheartened when you do not see results right away, for I know exactly what you need, and I will provide it in due time. What I ask of you is trust and perseverance, because I am unchanging, and my promises never fail. In this journey, understand that nothing is ever wasted. Every pain you endure, every difficulty you face, and every time you stumble are all part of the magnificent work I am doing in your life. Be patient and do not give up. The transformation you are experiencing is not the end of something, it is the beginning of something far greater that I am bringing to life within you. My beloved child, faith is the foundation of every transformation I bring into your life. As you walk this sacred path of change, faith is not simply an added strength, it is the very force that sustains you. Faith is not about certainty in what is visible, it is about absolute trust in what is unseen, in the promises I have spoken over you, even when your current circumstances don't yet reflect them. Faith is the key that unlocks every door of transformation. As it is written in 2 Corinthians 5-7, "For we live by faith, not by sight." What I am doing in you is not based on what you can see or feel. It flows from your unwavering trust in my power, in my promises, and in my guidance. When you choose to place your faith in what I am doing, even without visible results, you are opening the way for transformation to take place deep within your life. Faith is not blind trust. It is a deliberate and confident trust in the Almighty, the One who has called you and prepared you for a sacred purpose. Every step you take in faith does more than move you forward. It reveals my presence in every moment of your journey. A steadfast faith is the expression of your complete dependence on me, for only I can bring to completion the transformation I have begun in you. Faith does not ignore your circumstances, it acknowledges them while holding firmly to the truth that I am with you in every moment, leading you through each challenge. The trials you face are not signs of defeat. They are opportunities for your faith to be tested, purified, and made strong. Faith means continuing in the direction I have shown you, even when you cannot see the full picture. As you move forward, day by day, you will find your faith growing stronger, and the change within you becoming more visible and undeniable. The spiritual transformation I am working in you is not something that happens apart from your participation. Faith is the part you must contribute to this divine process. There will be times, especially in the midst of hardship, when you may feel like you cannot go on. But that is the very moment when your faith is being refined. When you choose to press on, even when everything around you seems uncertain, that enduring faith will sustain you. It will remind you that I am always present, and I will never cease to guide you through every challenge ahead. My child, the enemy will try to make you doubt your faith. He will plant thoughts in your heart such as, "How can you believe in this when everything around you is falling apart?" But my dear one, do not let those thoughts take root in your mind. Remember, faith is not about trusting what you can see right now. It is about trusting in what I have promised to do. Every one of my promises is truth, and what you place your trust in through me will never fail. Beloved, when you place your faith in me, you are not just believing that I can do something, you are believing that I will work wonders in my time. Every trial becomes an opportunity for your faith to grow and be strengthened. You don't need to understand everything right now, but I invite you to trust and walk steadily in faith, for in doing so, you will witness the fulfillment of the work I have begun in your life. Remember, the faith is not about rushing toward quick results. It is about perseverance, trusting in the eternal promises I have given you. It is in this perseverance that your faith is tested and made strong. Every challenge you face is a moment for you to see my power and my presence at work in your life. My child, never give up on your faith, for in faith, you will see the transformation I have promised to bring about in your life. When you persevere, when you hold on to your faith through every circumstance, I will complete the work I started. Your faith is not only the firm foundation for the transformation within you, but it is also the light that will guide you through every situation. When you place your faith in me, You will see that nothing is impossible. Everything will become new. Every trial will turn into an opportunity for you to step closer to the image I created you to become. My beloved, you must also remember that the journey of faith is not a straight and smooth path. It is a journey full of challenges, and it is within these very hardships that some of the most beautiful moments take place. So never think of faith as something you can fully achieve in a short time. Maturity in faith is a process, a continual transformation that I am working in you, day by day, hour by hour, through every circumstance. Do not fear the trials that come your way, because they are opportunities for your faith to be refined. Just as gold is purified in fire, so too is your faith shaped and strengthened through adversity. My child, I will never allow you to face any challenge without my help. Every step you take in faith, whether heavy or light, is a part of the journey. I am walking with you. You will see that your faith is built through your dependence on me, through your awareness that even in the most difficult situations, I am always the one guiding you. Every time you feel like you can't go on, but you continue because you trust in my promises, your faith will grow stronger, and you will grow deeper in your understanding of me. I always remind you, do not think that faith is only strong when everything goes smoothly. True faith is when you remain steadfast in hardship, when you continue to walk with me, even when you cannot yet see the results. I know that in difficult times, you may feel tired and tempted to give up. But remember, it is in these very moments that I am working most powerfully in your life. My child, listen closely, for what I want to share with you today will help you understand the boundless power of trusting in me throughout the sacred journey of transformation that you are undergoing. My dear one, in every phase of transformation, you will realize that it is your trust in my power that is the most vital element helping you overcome every challenge. This trust is not merely faith in what you can see, but faith in what you cannot see faith in, my eternal promises, and in the unchanging love I have for you. Faith is not just the acceptance that I will act in your life. It is a deep trust in the process by which I act. My beloved, I am never in a hurry in my work, and the transformation I am carrying out in you is not a temporary change. It is a lasting transformation, one that spans your entire life, helping you grow in obedience and in understanding the purpose I have ordained for you. Every step, every challenge you face is a part of the marvelous work I am completing in your life. Do not forget, the enemy will always seek ways to make you doubt your trust. He will try to make you feel insecure, to make you think that what you are going through has no meaning, and that the change within you is unattainable. But dearest child, do not let these thoughts overtake your heart. Remember, your trust in me is the strength that holds you steady, no matter the circumstance, even when you feel you cannot go on. I am always by your side, and your trust in my presence will keep you standing firm. My child, the transformation I am carrying out in you requires your participation. It is your trust in my power that will enable you to overcome every trial and test. When you feel weak, when you feel incapable, that is the very moment your faith and trust are being tested, and it is also the moment when I will work most powerfully within you. When you allow me to act in you, it is the strength of your trust in me that will make you steadfast and resolute. My promises are sure and unfailing. Every word I have spoken is a promise I will fulfill. Trusting in these promises does not mean believing only in what you can see immediately, but believing in my faithfulness. When you trust in my promises, you will see transformation taking place not only on the outside, but deep within, where your heart and soul are healed and restored. Remember this, your trust will be the foundation for every transformation in your life. Faith is not only about believing in what I will do, but also about trusting the way and the timing I choose to work in your life. Every step you take in faith brings you closer to a deeper understanding of me and of the purpose I have set for you. Each trial will no longer be something that causes you to retreat, but an opportunity for your faith to grow stronger. My child, as you walk in trust with me, you will come to see that I am powerfully at work in you and in your life. You will see that even though circumstances may seem difficult, it is in those very moments that my power will be most clearly revealed. When you trust in me, there will not only be transformation within your heart, but also visible change in your surroundings, in your relationships, in your work, and in every aspect of your life. Trust in me is the strength that anchors your soul and keeps you unwavering in the face of every trial. Faith is not a one-time act, but a continual decision, a daily commitment to live in full confidence of my promises and to remain steadfast in my presence. As you allow me to complete my work within you, you will come to understand that nothing is impossible in me, for everything belongs to me, and through me, you can accomplish all things by the strength I give you. My beloved child, as you embark on the journey of spiritual transformation, understand this: healing is not merely a temporary relief or a surface-level change. It is a complete restoration from the inside out. Healing is not simply the remedy for a physical ailment or a momentary sorrow. In me, healing is a profound, all-encompassing process that touches your soul, your mind, and your body, restoring you to the wholeness I designed for you from the very beginning. I am the one who heals you. I am Jehovah Rapha, the Lord who heals. When you become aware of my presence in your life, you will see that no pain is too great for me to heal, no wound too deep for me to restore. I do not only bring healing to physical afflictions, I heal emotional wounds, inner brokenness, and the hidden scars that this world has left on your heart. The healing I offer is not a temporary fix, but a complete renewal, a rebirth that begins from within and touches every part of your being. As it is written in Psalm 147:3, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. This promise is not reserved only for those who suffer physically, but also for those whose pain is invisible emotional wounds, silent sorrow, and private burdens known only to their hearts. You may not perceive immediate change, but as you invite me into your life, I will gently begin to heal you, part by part. I will be your strength when the weight of life feels heavy, and from the deepest parts of your soul, you will begin to experience true healing. My healing is complete and all-encompassing. It does not only touch what is visible, it reaches into the areas of your life that you are not even aware need healing. True healing is not simply the removal of old wounds, but a full transformation, so that you may live in the freedom I have always intended for you. As you embrace this healing, you will realize that trust and obedience to my power are the very keys to unlocking the freedom and wholeness your soul has longed for. Know this, dear one, healing is a process, not an instant event. As you remain firm in faith each day, I will continue to work within you, restoring the broken places and healing the unseen wounds. The scars on your heart and the pain buried deep within will slowly be mended in my presence. I will bandage every wound, and in the nearness of my love, you will encounter a healing that is both profound and complete. The enemy will attempt to sow doubt in your heart about this healing. He will try to convince you that your pain is permanent, that your wounds are beyond repair. But my beloved, do not let those lies take root. Remember that I am the healer, and nothing is too great for me. I have come to heal every part of your life, No matter how tired, broken, or overwhelmed you may feel, I am with you always. In my presence, you will find restoration, peace, and a renewed spirit. Healing in me is not merely the restoration of the body, but the rebirth of the spirit. When you live in my presence, you will begin to see that healing starts in your heart, and the thoughts and emotions that feel beyond your control, the negative feelings, the fears, and the wounds you carry will be gradually cleansed by me. For when I heal you, I do not simply mend what is broken, I renew your soul. I restore the peace and joy that you have lost, making all things new within you. My child, do not be anxious when healing does not happen instantly. Every act of obedience, every moment you choose to trust in my guidance, is part of the healing I am working within you. I am shaping you into wholeness in a way that only I can. Remember, healing is not a temporary shift, but a complete restoration, a total rebirth within my presence. I have declared, you will be healed, and I will bring it to pass. All I ask is that you trust me and stand firm in faith. As you walk through this process of healing, you will begin to experience a deep and complete restoration, not only of your body, but also of your soul and your spirit. Know that I am with you in every moment of this journey, and the healing I give is a profound blessing. Unlike anything else in this world, my beloved child, for my healing to flow fully in your life, you must understand a sacred truth. Healing cannot enter a heart that is closed, nor can it take root in a place still holding on to pain, bitterness, or pride. Healing is not solely my work, it is an invitation for you to partner with me through surrender, repentance, and obedience. I long to fill you with new life, but the old vessel must first be cleansed to receive the flow of my spirit. There are things you must let go of if you truly desire to be healed. I cannot pour wholeness into a soul still burdened with old weight, unforgivenhet, or wounds you have yet to allow me to touch. Let my spirit shine into the deepest parts of your heart, the places you often hide, even from yourself. Allow my light to reach the darkest corners within you, where pain has hardened into layers of numbness. Do not be afraid when I reveal the places that need to change. This is not condemnation, it is the first step toward your healing. Do you see? My child, forgiveness is not about excusing others, it is about setting yourself free. When you choose to forgive, you clear your heart of bitterness. When you lay down your burdens, you make room for my gentleness to enter. I am not asking you to deny your pain. I am inviting you to place it in my hands, the only hands capable of turning sorrow into grace. You were never meant to carry all of this alone. The weight of judgment, of grief, of haunting memories, these are not burdens I desire for you to keep. Repentance, my child, is not a mark of failure, is the doorway to healing. When you repent, you are agreeing with me that something inside you has strayed from life, and you are welcoming my intervention. Repentance is not just saying sorry, it is turning back. It is the decision to let go of your old path and walk in the one I have prepared for you. And when you do, you will experience a profound lightness, a healing that does not come from your effort, but from your surrender, not by your strength, but by my mercy. Many seek healing, yet still cling to control. They long for me to act, but they do not truly surrender themselves into my hands. They desire healing, but continue to hold on to old patterns, self-deprecating words, and thoughts that deny their own worth. But my child, healing cannot be complete while your hands are still on the wheel of your life. Let me take the wheel. Let me lead you to a place of rest, to the still waters where your soul will be restored. Surrender is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to courage. When you surrender, you are saying that you trust me enough to let go of what once felt safe, even if that safety came through familiar pain or the coping mechanisms you've always known. I am inviting you into trust, not to lose, but to gain freedom. I want you to know that nothing you place in my hands will ever be wasted. Every wound you entrust to me will be mended by my boundless love. My dear one, when you step into surrender, you also step into deep healing. There is nothing left to hide, no walls left to keep me out, only my presence and your heart, softened, humbled, ready to be touched. And it is in that sacred simplicity that miracles begin, not through noise, but in the depth of stillness, not by force, but through the willing heart of a soul that has chosen to trust me completely. Let your heart become a holy sanctuary, not a storage place for ruins of the past, but a dwelling for new life. Do not fear the stripping away, for each layer that falls reveals a renewed self, transformed in me. Open your heart and say to me, Lord, I surrender, and you will begin to feel the living waters flow through every dry and weary corner of your being. I am waiting not to judge, but to embrace you, not to condemn, but to heal, not to shame you, but to restore the dignity you once lost. Step out from the shadows of self-protection and into the light of my presence, where you no longer have to strive, prove, or pretendingly be. Just be, in the unchanging love I have for you, my beloved child. When you enter into the healing I have prepared for you, my desire is not just to restore your body or your emotions, but for you to live in the wholeness and glory of my presence. Remember, the fullness of life I offer is not measured by worldly perfection, but by deep peace in your soul, freedom from wounds, and steadfastness in faith. Each day that you continue to walk in my healing, you will find that nothing can shake you. You will no longer be held captive by past pain, negative thoughts, or feelings of lack, because you will know that in me, you are made completely new. The enemy will try to make you doubt the completeness of the healing I've given you. He will sow seeds of uncertainty, making you believe you are still broken, still unfinished. But my beloved, do not let those thoughts rule over you. Remember, my healing is complete and whole. When I heal, there is no lack, no reason to worry or fear. Let this healing be made complete in you, and live in the freedom I have already given. The fullness of life I have prepared for you is not simply about outward restoration, but about a deep transformation in the way you live, love, and serve. As you dwell in my healing, you will come to understand that life is not just about receiving healing for yourself, but about becoming a vessel of healing for others. You are called to carry the peace, restoration, and hope that you have received from me and extend it to those around you. My healing was never meant to remain only within you. It is meant to become a living force that flows through you, enabling you to serve and uplift those who are still in need of restoration. My child, this healing is not an endpoint. It is the beginning of a new life, a life marked by the power of the life I have given you. Remember that you are called to live free from the weight of your past, unbound by old wounds and no longer controlled by former pain. You are called to live in the freedom, restoration, and love that I freely offer. And as you walk in this wholeness, you will begin to see with clarity that nothing is impossible. I have not merely invited you to experience healing once and move on. I have called you to live in it. Every single day. This healing is not meant to be a passing moment, but a continuous unfolding, shaping the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you live your life. My healing is meant to saturate every part of your journey. It is not something you visit occasionally, but something you dwell in perpetually. The healing that comes from me is not temporary, it is eternal. As you walk in this healing, you will encounter a peace that the world cannot give, a joy that transcends circumstances, and a freedom that comes only from trusting in my promises and walking in obedience. Every step you take in this journey of healing draws you nearer to the fullness and perfection I have already prepared for you. Your life was designed to be lived in freedom, yet not the kind of freedom the world offers. True freedom is found in living in alignment with my will. Only by walking in my plan will you experience real liberty that is not subject to temptation, anxiety, or the limitations of human nature. Do not see obedience as a burden. See it as the very key that opens the door to the complete and abundant life I have destined for you. Obedience is not a meaningless sacrifice, it is a powerful, intentional choice to enter into the good plans I have already written for your life. I do not want you to live in anxiety or be trapped in cycles of fear and negative thoughts. I desire for you to walk in true freedom, the freedom to love without fear, to serve with purpose, and to live fully in the wholeness I have crafted for you. When you obey, you do not simply live in glory and freedom. You step into the victory that has already been won for you through the life of Jesus Christ. Beloved child, when you choose obedience, you are not only preparing yourself to complete the assignments I have entrusted to you, you are preparing yourself to fulfill the greater plans I have ordained for your life. Each act of obedience, even the smallest one, carries great weight in the unfolding of my glory in and through your life. Never underestimate the power of obedience, because it connects you to the greater work I am accomplishing in the world. There will be moments in your journey when trials may make you feel confined, or you may find yourself tempted to follow paths not meant for you. But remember this: it is precisely in obedience that you will discover true freedom. When you feel weak or unable to move forward, it is obedience that will give you strength to endure. Obedience, in its truest form, is not forced submission. It is a loving and willing response to my invitation. And when you walk in step with my guidance, you will begin to experience freedom not only in your spirit, but in every area of your life. Obedience does not mean a lack of freedom. On the contrary, obedience in my calling will bring you a profound freedom, the freedom to live the way I created you to live. Obedience is not something you do out of obligation, but a reflection of your love and gratitude for my sacrifice and grace. It is through obedience that doors will open for you, doors you could never open on your own. It will bring you strength you could never possess by yourself. It will lead you into the life and freedom I prepared for you long before you were born. The enemy will always try to make you question your obedience. He will tell you that obedience will strip you of your freedom, that you will be bound by limitations imposed by the world. But my beloved, do not let these lies take root in your heart. Remember that obedience under my guidance is the very path to true freedom, freedom not confined by human limitations, but one that you can only find in me. Your life was designed to be lived in freedom, but not the freedom the world defines. Only when you walk in my plan will you truly experience genuine freedom, a freedom that is not enslaved by temptation, not burdened by anxiety, and not restricted by human limits. Do not see obedience as a form of bondage, but rather as the key to the fullness I have prepared for you. This obedience is not a heavy burden, it is the lightness I have promised. When you choose to live in obedience, you are choosing to live in the freedom I have set apart for you. Through this obedience, you will receive the strength to overcome every challenge, to surpass your own limitations, and to fulfill the purposes I have entrusted to you. As you walk in obedience, you no longer need to live in fear, but in my protection, in my safety, and in my unconditional love, my beloved child. When you live in obedience to my will, it is not mere compliance. It is a step forward in the power I have given you. Obedience is not simply following commands. It is partnering with the divine calling I have placed within you. Every act of obedience, whether small or great, brings you closer to the fulfillment I have destined for you. And through each of these steps, you will see that obedience is not a burden, it is liberation. It is the path to a life full of meaning and purpose. My child, when you obey me, you are not merely following instructions. You are placing absolute trust in my power and wisdom. There will be times when obedience feels difficult, especially in moments of trial. But do not forget, this path of obedience leads to eternal glory, to true freedom in me. The enemy will try to convince you that obedience will rob you of life's greatest joys. But do not let your heart be swayed by such thoughts. Obedience always walks hand in hand with true freedom in me. And only through obedience will you discover the fullness of the life I have designed for you. Remember this: obedience is not a sacrifice you must endure, but a loving act, a reflection of the affection and trust you place in me. You do not obey out of fear or mere obligation, but because you believe that my guidance is what's best for you. Each time you walk in obedience, you are revealing my glory. Every time you choose to obey, even in the smallest things, you are reflecting the greatness of my love and power into this world. Obedience is not blind. Compliance it is a conscious, wise step taken with the discernment I have given you. When you obey, you are not abandoning your reason. Rather, you are choosing to place your trust in my direction, knowing that I will show you the right path. Obedience brings peace, because you know that every decision you make, every step you take, is guided by me. My child, obedience is also the path to a purposeful life. No act of obedience is ever meaningless. Nothing you do is unnoticed by me. The small deeds of your daily life, the simple choices you make, can become sacred actions when done in love and obedience to me. Obedience is not just a specific act, it is a way of life. A commitment to walk in my ways every single day. Obedience also means living in the power of the Holy Spirit. When you obey, the Spirit moves powerfully within you, equipping you with everything you need to accomplish the work I've entrusted to you. You are never alone in your efforts. As you walk in obedience, my Spirit will guide you, strengthen you, and give you the wisdom needed to overcome every challenge. Obedience is not something to be endured or forced. It is a free choice you make each day. Remember, obedience is the pathway to glory and true freedom in me. With every step of obedience, you become more like me, radiating my love and light into the world around you. I want to remind you that obedience to me not only brings freedom into your own life, but also empowers you to bring transformation to the world. When you live in obedience and walk according to my will, you become a reflection of my glory, a light in the darkness and salt to the earth. Every act of obedience, no matter how small, can have a profound impact, not only in your life, but also in the lives of those around you. My child, obedience is how you live in my love and righteousness. Every time you walk in obedience, you are not only fulfilling your calling, but also revealing the unconditional love I have for you. When you obey, you become an instrument in my hands, bringing healing, restoration, and renewal to souls that are yearning for truth and light. Obedience doesn't just transform you, it transforms the world around you. Remember, true obedience is not merely about following a set of rules or a series of instructions. True obedience comes from the heart. It is the expression of your love and loyalty to the one who created you. When you live in obedience, you are not just doing what I ask, you are participating in the great work I am doing on this earth. Every act of obedience, even in the smallest things, reveals my greatness and expands my kingdom in this world. When you live in obedience, you will begin to notice changes within yourself. Obedience transforms the way you see the world, your relationships, and even how you perceive yourself. It opens your eyes to opportunities you may have overlooked before and teaches you how to live with purpose and meaning. As you walk in obedience, you will see that everything in your life carries significance. For you are doing all things for my glory. Because of all this, never think that your obedience is in vain. Every act of obedience, even in the smallest matters, can bring about great change. You may not see the full impact of your actions, but I do, and I will reveal everything in its appointed time. Remember, obedience always leads to good fruit in your life and in the lives of those around you. Never underestimate your obedience, for through it, you are working toward an eternal purpose, one that I have prepared just for you. Live in obedience, my beloved child, for through it, you become an instrument in my hand to carry out wonders upon this earth. Every obedient act reflects my light into the world. You are the light, and when you obey me, my light shines through your life, guiding the lost to salvation. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can receive the living word together. Build a strong foundation of faith and walk in the boundless love of the Lord. Amen.